Hey everyone, it's Thursday. That means it's time for the Geek Chat. We've got a full show full of our reviews. We've got some Iron Man, some Absolute Wonder Woman, a new Justin Jordan book from Image, and we're going to tell you our thoughts on the first 4 episodes of Wonder Man. Oh, Dez is not the Red Hood anymore. We'll find out more.
I'm Burrito Man. Stay tuned for more from Burrito Man.
Dorito Man.
Burrito Man. It's a burrito.
Oh, Burrito Man. Hey, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Geek Chat on the Experience. I am Beardy Rich.
I am Burrito Man Dez. What?
Too much.
What?
Are you that cold?
No, it's not. It's just I wanted to like I was wearing the Snuggie for a while that I got for Christmas. I wanted to change it up a bit, you know.
That's good.
This is my cosplay because I don't go out into the world and cosplay, so I cosplay for you all because I have
that'll be good.
Although you can just turn it off if you don't want to. Hey everybody, welcome in Jabroni, Barlord, Paul,
Super Zax and Zax.
And Zax.
And of course Kenneth.
Yes, thank you all everyone for joining us wherever you are. If you're in if you're on Twitch or if you're on what is the other YouTube, or if you're on it's Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, any of the other ones that we are, beaming to. Thank you for joining us. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about it. Tell your grandma. Go wake her up. Tell her to sign on because we have comics to talk to her about. So definitely do that.
Hey, Kelly, welcome in. Hey, Barlord.
Yes. And as always, we always have in the cans, the guy in the sky, producer Kyle. So yeah.
Tell your grandma that Rich has opinions about Wonder Man.
Yes, but before we get to Wonder Man, what do we do every week, Rich?
We give away something.
Yes.
This week it is a 1 in 25 Iron Man #1, which we will be reviewing Iron Man, this first segment actually. This is by Ivan Talavera. It's the Melinda May Virgin variant.
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, wait a minute, this is an actual version cover. I was like, what? And so I saw it, and yeah, we get, she was actually in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or that's the character that is being portrayed in this one. So I was like surprised to see that they were like, oh wow, Joshua Williamson is actually like, he's actually referencing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What? So I thought that was kind of cool that she kind of popped into this. So yes, definitely stay tuned for that. But as always, all you have to do to win this is put hashtag Geek Chat in the comment section below, to the side, wherever you see it. Put it in there. Only one hashtag per person. So if you do want to up your chances, again, wake up your grandma. She's not doing anything. Tell her to come in, sign on, Marvel Granny, 06, because that's when she was born, and you can put her in, it's great.
1906.
1906. But yeah, we're going to be talking about this comic after we talk about Wonder Man episodes 1 through 4.
My only complaint with this cover is Iron Man's hand. The fingers are so funny looking.
Well, it's because it's from the movie, and if you it's from the movie, because if you look at that, if you look at his hands, his digits, they look a lot like how he did in the movie. So
yes,
1906 was definitely the year Rich was born, as you can tell.
Really,
he is a vampire. Speaking of which, real quick, we're halfway through Angel. It's we're not done yet. We're halfway through it. I do know that Fred gets an arc there where she gets to be evil, so I'm excited for that. So I'm
Illyria.
What?
Illyria.
Yeah,
isn't that her name? Yeah,
something. I don't know. All I know is you're watching on Hulu, and unfortunately, if you let it go too far, it'll show you what the next one is. So you're kind of like, but we're halfway through that, and we also started Firefly. And even though there was only 14 episodes, I don't know. That first episode was kind of like, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. But not in this episode, but when I'm done with all of them, and I kind of like leave the Whedonverse. But yeah. Should hi we're should I tell my Firefly joke? Sure. I hope it's tasteful.
How do reavers clean their spears? It's not tasteful.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Run them through the wash.
That must be one of the characters' names, right?
That's Alan Tudyk.
Oh, he must get stabbed. Thank you for spoilers, sir.
Well, it's actually not in the series.
Oh, it's in the comic?
Sure, and other places.
Thanks.
No, you have to watch the really crappy movie. Don't watch the movie. Just watch the series.
No, we're gonna watch everything. Like seriously.
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry. Don't do the movie.
We are completists. So we will be watching them. So
skip it and go straight to the comics because then it's in order.
Well, yeah. But I will be watching watching or reading the comic books for Buffy and Angel. I'm on a mission now to get them. So Paul and I are planning on going to WonderCon this year in March. So if you're at WonderCon Anaheim and I'm there and you see me, say hi. I'm gonna try to get them at like a half off book or something because they should be, relatively like in the mass market now. So you can probably get them relatively cheap. So we'll see. But I will be getting all that stuff and reading them. So,
if you like trades for Firefly, for Buffy, and for Angel, the trade paperbacks and the collected hardcovers are just gorgeous on a bookshelf.
Wow.
They did a really good job with the design on those.
I haven't seen.
And they're oversized. They're really nice.
I haven't seen any. Well, I haven't really started looking. So, but thank you for that. Okay, enough stalling, Rich. Let's get to Wonder Man. So, we're gonna review the first 2 episodes of Wonder Man.
4.
And I have to tell you, first four episodes of Wonder Man, and I got to tell you, I really am enjoying this series. I want to put that out there first, that I am enjoying this series. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I'm going to turn over to my good friend Rich and see.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You start. Go right ahead. Why do you like this?
Why do I have to start?
Because you liked it. Talk.
Because I liked it. Okay. So the reason why I like it is because this is Marvel finally getting it right when they try to do something different. And when they try to, what was that?
I said hi to Space Case.
Oh, hi Space Case. That's what I mean. I think that they have tried a lot to try to make a more grounded, humanized story, and they can't really do it right. I think they tried to do something similar with Kamala Khan a little bit by trying to tell about her story and her family with a little bit of the mysticism. I think they tried to do it. Well, I can't really say they tried to do it with WandaVision because that was leading in from a movie. But I guess my main thing is this is it's like a character study. And I think that's why at the beginning you see it says Marvel Spotlight. And I guess it's because they're spotlighting a specific character, and this being Simon Williams' Wonder Man. And I don't know if this is the first character that they're going to do this with. I know they did it. They tried to do it with She-Hulk, and I would like to say, and I'm gonna say like about 60% of She-Hulk was actually really good. I thought they couldn't stick the landing well enough to really make it shine. I think they tried to do the Deadpool meta stuff, and it just didn't it didn't land the way it needed to because it was too far. It went too far. This one by grounding the character and making it about an actual guy dealing with his powers that he did not want, and he's just trying to like live his life. I think that's a really interesting well to go to and to, or I don't want to say well because they're not going back to it, but having them actually have them look at or examine this person's life like this, you know, where a lot of the times when we see comic book movies or things about comic book characters, they're pretty cool with having their powers. They're cool with it. They go with it. They take, you know, they're kind of thrust into greatness. Whereas Simon Williams was not. Like he just wants to be an actor, you know, and I liked that juxtaposition about him really having to try to control his powers to do something that he loves, and his overthinking and really showing these sort of these very humanistic qualities. I thought was really well done in the show. And he's trying to be this person in spite of his powers, which I thought was great. And the first episode, it's definitely a slow burn. In the first episode, we're getting just little peeks into his mind frame, into who he is, into this person that's trying to find a backstory. Because if you and the thing that I thought was really kind of interesting was he's always in being an actor, or how he's trying to portray, he's looking for truth or looking for the backstory, because he can't seem to connect to his own backstory, as seen in episode 3 when he goes to his mother's birthday party. He cannot connect to the people around him because he has isolated himself for whatever reason, most likely because of his power and how he thinks. And so he's trying to connect with these characters that he's portraying in television and movies. And I think that's the journey that he's going on, and that's hopefully at the end that'll be the journey that he gets to when he realizes that all of these things are going to make him Wonder Man, when he becomes this character that he idolizes so much more. And I think this is a much better telling of a fan worship than Kamala Khan and Captain Marvel. I think that was done as tongue in cheek, you know, very playful, where this one is a lot more emotional. And I do believe Ben Kingsley is just fantastic as Trevor. I have never in my life expected a joke character like him, like that Mandarin character from Iron Man 3, or Iron Man 3, to have lived for over like 10 years, over a decade, and we're still seeing him, and he is still relevant, and his character is still I don't know, it's just great, you know. And then the Doorman episode where they're explaining why people with powers cannot be on set anymore. The use of damage control, trying to show them becoming much more of an evil, an evil entity or whatnot. I don't know. I just really enjoyed everything that they're brewing with this, and I really hope that they stick to landing in the last 4 episodes. I'm not really sure. So that is me talking about it and why I enjoy it. So Rich, what are your thoughts about it?
First, I want to say hi to Phil and
hi,
Canadian Survivalist. Welcome
Hi,
in.
Katie.
Second, Kelly, yes, it is an interesting perspective that Des says. And listening to you, Des, I'm like, that is all very true. And I wish the story that you told was the story we watched.
You're killing me.
I find the show to be okay. So this sums it up in one little story. During the second episode, halfway through it, I look over at Coog, and his eyes are glazed over. And I said, "Are you okay? Hey." And slowly he turns at me, and he's like, I am so bored.
Well,
And that's sadly, it is one of the most boring shows Marvel has put out. I will give them that. What? It's true. It is so beyond slow. The only show that I found to be slower is Pluribus. I think that's how you say it. I couldn't even get through the first episode. Was so like tedious. Not as bad as Wonder Man. I don't like that Damage Control is some evil corporate government organization. It's always been a cleanup squad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand, with all of Marvel's different organizations they have within the Marvel universe, why we gotta say Damage Control is Damage Control. It's now a government. We got to get this guy. He's the most dangerous person in the world. I don't believe anything like that.
They kind of did that a little bit, if I remember correctly. Didn't they do that a little bit in Kamala Khan in Marvel, in Miss Marvel though? I thought Damage Control did a little bit when they were trying to track down like her boyfriend. But again, I think you're right.
Damage Control was cleaning up.
I don't know.
Hey,
I do agree with you. I do agree with you though that having turning Damage Control into that, I don't particularly like that either. I think they don't need to have that when there are other agencies that I think could work much better. Like, I would be fine. I would be fine if they were to say, we are, if they were if they were to use AIM,
Hammer.
or Hammer, something like that really kind of like made more sense. But Damage Control, I've never seen them as like a government agency that would abduct people,
Yeah, so I haven't either. I have to say that I did chuckle a few times at the family birthday party. There was a lot of cute little one-liners,
Yeah. He's French Guyana, so that was kind of cool. You don't see a lot of representation from them, folks. I was like, wow.
It's funny because Kelly and I were talking about this and at the store, and it's like, for me, it's just the first couple of episodes did nothing to really draw me in at all. And the whole thing. So I'm glad that you're enjoying, what's his name? Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
It was funny. We were talking, and it's like, even if you stuck two different actors in this, it could be any two actors, the show would still be boring to me. Like, it has nothing to do. It is. It's just a very slow. And the Doorman episode, I actually got bored a bunch of times and played on my phone. So
what? That was such a good episode of
it was so not. It was so not.
It was such a good episode, especially showing the ficklency of your fame and what you have to do to kind of stay relevant. Like, there's so much social commentary in that one episode that was amazing. And then you got to see Roxanne. That was just great.
My God, yes. I made a note about Roxanne. That was cool.
Yeah,
there has been you got to see Rogers the musical.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I am really.
He had the face mask from the original. That was cool. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm sorry that you're not.
I'm really glad that people have. It's struck a chord, because this is actually getting really good reviews, and I'm really happy that people are enjoying mediocrity and boringness as entertainment.
It's not mediocre. Oh my God. It is not.
When you rate all the TV shows, it's funny because, like, I think Secret Invasion was one of the worst, but I would rather sit and watch Secret Invasion again than watch Wonder Man. Like, I would rather watch. I'm dead serious.
No,
dead serious.
No, you know why?
Why?
I said it when I texted you. I'm sorry, it's not all punchy, pow, pow, wow, wow, wow.
I don't need punchy. We watch a lot of shows that aren't punchy, pow, pow. They're just better written.
I do not understand. Like, we are really like, oh my God. I don't know.
Well, the geeks are all fight today, so come on.
No, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. Like,
Unknown, I'm glad you liked it.
I love you when you're wrong, so it's fine.
Like, I'm really happy people are enjoying it, but much like comic books, it's not for me.
Well, we are
And
going to finish it, though.
we are never going to see this man again. We have never
Yes,
seen
we
Moon
are.
Knight in
Oh my God.
anything. We have.
Oh no, we are definitely going to see him again. Trust me. The amount of buzz that we're getting for the amount of buzz that they're doing for this show, we're definitely going to see him again. Like I definitely know we're going to see him again, especially if they're able to get him out of that sort of like isolation shell that he's in. We're definitely going to see him again. So, but okay, everybody, that was our our review of it. Please stay tuned for next week when we talk about the last 4 episodes, and maybe Rich will be swayed. Maybe he'll come around. Maybe there'll be enough flashing lights to keep his eyes dilated, so that way he'll be into it. You never know. So all righty, everybody, now we're going to talk about some comic books, and that comic book that we're going to talk about is Iron Man #1. Oh, we're ready. I'm giving I forgot. I have to signal. He's not listening because he wants to read it. So he's we're ready. We are ready. So he's probably in the bathroom.
This is what we're going to be reviewing.
Yes, we're talking about Iron Man #1. There he is. He's back.
All right.
I told you to ad tag me when you wanted me.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, no, I did. I ad tagged him, but it was just I forgot how at first, and I realized, oh my God, I had ad tag him. But
so Iron Man #1, writer Joshua Williamson, artist Carmen Carnero, color artist is Nolan Woodard, and letter is VC's Joe Caramagna. Cover artist Ryan Stegman. It is actually a wrap. It does have a back. And then there was a whole bunch of variant covers, including one by Adam Kubert. So that was pretty cool. We got the Scotty Young, because
Scotty Young. I
Scotty
totally
Young. We get all his variants. So that was the only other variant we got for this. And this was actually, I'll go first.
Sure.
Because you went first on Wonder Man.
All right.
I am not much of an Iron Man fan. I have read in and out over the years. When he changed his costume, so about the same time Steve became the captain, Iron Man had changed his armor, and I kind of was digging the new armor. So I was reading
Silver
both.
Centurion armor, the red and white, red and silver. That one.
Yeah, the red and silver.
Yeah,
way back. We're talking way
Silver
back.
Centurion.
Yeah, I actually really liked a lot of the Iron Man. So I read it. I dipped in for a bit. And then we read, oh boy, maybe like 5 years ago, there was an Iron Man run that I enjoyed. But otherwise, the last time I read Iron Man, he was married to Emma. So that is my coming into Iron Man is, the whole, the marriage, the fake marriage they did. So I was quite excited to read this. I like Carmen's artwork. She did Exceptional X-Men, and I liked her art in that. So when she got pushed to Iron Man, I was like, oh my God. So this actually, her art in this is gorgeous. It
seems like I can see it, but it seems a lot tighter. I don't know, something about it. Maybe it's the color.
Yes. So the 2-page spread of him fighting Blizzard.
Yeah, great.
It's
fantastic.
The colors are amazing. The layout was amazing. And I like this because it's traditional comic book art. It's beautiful comic book art. There's no rough edges. There's backgrounds. There's the Tony's face and that mustache is a little like, I got to get used to that.
Yeah.
But the writing, the plot, guys, it's nothing new. It's,
Thank you.
What?
No, that is exactly what that is exactly like what you said. The plot is nothing new. That is exactly what what I was gonna say. Like, we are of two minds for that one. I was just like,
But
we are the same. Sorry, we're of the same mind.
But the execution of it actually makes me want to read the next issue. So for me, I've always loved Madame Mask, and I think that Carmen drew a really beautiful, like she's supposed to be, and she's not waif thin. She's got some birth and hips on her, and I love it. The fact that the where she's walking, it's like it's just gorgeous. The art is so gorgeous. But the whole thing is Madame Mask wants her own Tony Stark. That is what she's trying to get. And in the beginning, it's funny because you think it's a rehash of the origin story. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. They're recapping for all the people. And then no, it's not. And it shows how ruthless Madame Mask is to try to get what she's looking for. Fast forward to the Tony Stark Awards, which is really hysterical because Saturday Night Live had the Trump Awards where Trump was giving awards to him. And so when I saw that they were doing the Tony Stark Award, I was like, oh my God, is he giving himself an award? No.
Hey, it should have been named after his dad.
That's what he said at the end.
Yeah.
And the idea is that Madame Mask has a bait and switch. So she attacks and kidnaps Pepper, but actually she's trying to kidnap everyone that was on the list of nominees. So, okay, we're going there, but then the end flips and we get kind of an Illuminati again. Because, and this is where, for me, it kind of read like, remember when Grant Morrison had Batman have all the ways to take down the Justice League, and then it happens? That's kind of the idea I'm getting with what Tony was trying to do.
That wasn't that Mark Waid in Tower of Babel? I'm not sure.
Was it Mark Waid? I thought it was Grant Morrison. It might have been.
I know
Mark
what you're talking
Waid.
about, though. The contingency plans. I know what you're talking about.
Yes. So that last page, I don't know who the person between Cap and Captain Marvel is. Is it supposed to be Amadeus? I thought Amadeus was green now. But interesting that they brought in Norman. What? Why? That is why I'm going to read the number 2. I did not hate this book at all. I really liked it, actually. And I'm going to read I will definitely read the first arc of this book.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I have to agree with you. I mean, I definitely was not turned off by it. I do think that it's kind of I wasn't really sold on that they're trying to create their own Tony Stark. But I think Williamson has written enough stuff that I have enjoyed that I'm willing to give him a fair shake. So and Iron Man, for whatever reason, is a hard sell for me, and I think it's mostly because there's only so much you can do with his character, and so trying to find something new can be hard sometimes. But I do like that they're starting off with the villains, and if you're gonna go for it, you go with Madame Mask. I thought her characterization, her look, everything that she was doing, I thought was fantastic. So I really like her as a villain, and I think that her versus Tony is always good for me. I always like them fighting against each other. I don't know why. I just there's certain characters that when they're the antagonist, you're like, yes, that's who I want to see them fight. And I think having her do it, having her be there is really good for me anyway.
I gotta agree with Kelly. That's another thing, That's kind of how I feel about.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. He's always been everyone else's more, but hopefully this will be good. Like, hopefully this will be good, and I like it. I'm liking the characterization of Tony so far. He's still got that kind of like, suave sort of playboy, but it was not overdone,
Yeah. What I also liked about it? I liked that we got the what was the current costume when he was fighting Blizzard. and then the brand new. I love this. I think that the
Oh, when
armor
it
should be
transformed.
yellow and red,
Oh yeah,
not
it always
any
should be that.
like the last costume had too much other color in it than just red and gold.
Yeah,
So I am loving
classic.
this new design. It reminds me of his look in the 80s going into the 90s. Like
Yeah.
I like that. I like it.
Cool.
And yes, we
Well,
need a cool armor wrecking shop. I agree.
yes, yeah, and again, that's I think you're definitely correct, Barlord. When sometimes you stray too far away from what the character is or what makes them sort of like stand out, you really start to lose the plot. And I think that's always one of the reasons why a lot of writers introduce a new armor design. So basically, you can kind of say like, this was my armor design. This is what we designed, and this is us. Go Niners, get out of here. And on that note, we will take our first break, and when we come back, the geeks all fight, so definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah.
My internet is acting funny. You guys mind doing one more book while I refresh my page?
Sure, no worries. All righty. Next up is Kids All Fight, and of course, this is where we got the stuff that okay. So I'm just gonna say right now, the next three books that we're gonna talk about, I liked. Like I'm not gonna like pull any punches or anything like that. I liked the next three books. I thought they were all good, and I thought they were all fun, and I thought they were all interesting.
All right, well, let me get this out of the way. The writer for KO, The Kids Are All Fight, Jeremy Adams, we reviewed him last week as well. Travis Mercer was the artist. Andrew Dahlhaus was the colorist. Dave Sharp did the lettering, and that cover was Bruno Redondo. And the variant covers by a bunch of people. And I think, there were 4 artists. I did not buy this.
Why?
So this was one of the ones DC allowed us to read. So I read it.
Really? Oh.
Yes. And I did not need a copy of this.
Really?
Not saying the story is bad. I did not need a copy of this.
Okay.
That said, the art, I don't know who this Travis Mercer, but I think that DC should definitely put him on more books.
Agreed. 100% agreed. I thought the art was fantastic.
It was. And it kind of was one of those books where I kind of didn't feel like I needed to read the words. I could just look at the pictures. I am going to be quite sad if this is the team in the new Teen Titans that changes to New Titans. That is the rumor. Because remember, a couple weeks ago we were talking and we said that the team is going to be changing and they're changing their name. And you said, well, that's a good thing because maybe I'll jump on. The images in the the shadowed figures on the cover look a lot like these kids. And for me, I've been with the Titans. I mean, do you remember when Ray Palmer had his own Titans?
Oh yeah.
I read all of those. So it's not me that, it must be these characters. I loved Team Titans. Do you remember that?
Yep.
That's going back a ways. But this team of kids, the only kid are the 3. It's basically Flash's daughter, the Fair Play kid, and Jay Garrick's daughter. I can't remember what she is. Otherwise, Yara Flora, Batgirl, and Superboy are not kids. So that's, I think, why it's changing to Titans. I don't know. I always loved Cheshire's daughter, and she was in that. I don't know if you continue to read it.
Oh yeah.
Where Cheetah and Cheshire try to rob the Justice League.
Yeah.
That, guys, you know what? When it comes out in trade,
read it.
If you just want a fun story, you got to pick that up.
Yes.
And she was in that. and I like how she's been in Green Arrow. Like, she's slowly becoming a really fun character. I still don't. I don't know. I'll give the first issue a try, but I loved seeing the Furies in this,
Yeah, they were fun.
and Static showing up was good. But as a whole, I don't need to read this again.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yes, no. I think that's why it was a one and done kind of situation, and I think that is the strength.
Well, I don't think it was an and done. I think this is what TV used to call a backdoor pilot. I think that they were trying to introduce people to these characters so that when they show up in Titans, people aren't like, these random people make no sense.
Okay. So for that, so all of these characters have shown up somewhere or another in some other, like
Books.
some other like small mini series or whatnot, and they're bringing them together. And that last page when they're all standing there, I really liked that team photo, but I have to agree with you. These are not the Titans. I'm sorry. Like I think the Titans should stay the Titans, and this could have been Young Justice or something, or I think that would have made more sense because it feels like a team. This feels like they're trying to build a team out of these characters, and I'm fine with that. I thought, having the legacy characters with like, John or Superman, taking a more leadership role, and then having, Cassandra Cain there, although it should be Damian. I'll leave it alone. I'm fine. I was fine with them. I was fine with them fighting with each other.
You want Damian as the Bat?
What was that?
You want Damian as the Bat in the team?
Correct. Yes, that's
okay.
And that's why I'm thinking this could be a much better. Again, because they're dealing with legacy characters, I'm thinking it fits more in sort of like a young Justice Squadron or something like that. It doesn't scream Titans to me.
Mm-mm.
And I think because when you said that, like it never crossed my mind that these characters would be in that Titan book. I honestly, I thought it was.
Well, I don't know. I'm not saying for sure, but I'm saying based on the images, it does.
It makes sense when you said that, and it rung in my head, and I was like, no, I don't want them to be the Titans. No, like I can't see these characters as the Titans, and I think that they would be doing the Titans a disservice, and they'd be doing these characters a disservice by putting them under that moniker. I think they need to stand out on their own and be their own thing, and let the Titans continue to be the Titans. I don't know why they need to have that shakeup. I don't think the Titans were doing particularly bad. Pete Woods and the other guy was doing great. I just didn't like some of the stories that were going on, but I don't think that it needs to end. And I think those characters need to live on. And in addition to these characters, I thought the story was great. I thought it felt organic how they got together. I felt John as their sort of like, babysitter really came through. I don't know. I felt like this, all the characters coming together and their voices sounded good in my head when I was reading it, and how they were having a conversation. I did like seeing Cassandra Cain being sort of like the, I don't want to say mother, but being like an adult, an authority figure. I thought that was really good. I don't know. I just thought everything as it was presented to me, I thought this is a really good quote unquote backdoor pilot, to use your language. I think you're 100% right, but I don't think they need to be Titans. I really do not think they need to be Titans. Like, I really hope they don't do that.
So my favorite panel is when Cassandra kicked Granny Goodness right in the face.
Oh my God. Yes. That was fun. And the scene where she, where the Cheshire, I can't remember her name. She was like, well, I was just going to leave, but y'all are more than welcome to come with me. I thought that was really kind of cool. They were like, okay, let's go. Yeah. See, I don't know. I liked their voices, and I really liked the artwork. I thought the artwork was great, and I really hope that this artist stays with them, or is able to do more with them. I don't know. I really liked this book, and again, I am a huge fan of like teens going out there and fighting. Like I love the original Teen Titans, and I love teens, young Young Avengers and all that other stuff. So having them kind of go out on their own and do their own thing is kind of cool. Although I don't like
Yeah.
Thanks, but whatever. But all right, Kyle, are you
I
ready
don't
for
like
are you ready for a break, sir?
We absolutely can, but we don't have to if we don't want to.
Let's keep it rolling then. Let's go on to the next one.
All right. Malevolent. Writers Justin Jordan. And it's funny, Des actually introduced me to, not like in person, but it was because of Luther Strode is how
Yeah.
I learned who Justin Jordan was. And a lot of his series are must reads, like a lot. Art was
I want to say real quick, I think he is one of the more unsung and kind of overlooked writers right now in the industry. I think he's out there putting out quality work, and I really hope there's more of a profile. Like I would love to interview him, and bring him on the show.
same.
Maybe we would, maybe we can, but I agree with you 100%.
Art was by John. Oh, yes, Kyle.
I'll text him. I'm trying to book him on one of our shows. If you guys want to talk to him, I'll text him and see if he wants to come on.
Yes, please.
That would be great. We would love to have him.
Hey, Leonard. The art is by John Bivens. Colors by Philippe Sobriero. And letters by Crank. Crank has an exclamation. So, okay, I started the last one. You go for it.
Okay, so so I'm gonna tell you in a nutshell what it is. Science done effed up, as it usually does, and they opened up a portal to hell. Demons are now moving around. People are living with demons and trying to fight against them. Okay, and there is of course, science messed up, so now they're going to try to use the people are going to try to use science to correct their mistakes. And they find out that demons that they released have life cycles. And so what they did, which is kind of gross when you think about it, they basically impregnated a woman, with a demon, and then had to come to term and created a demon human hybrid. And then they tamed it, and they use it to fight other demons. And how she fights them is she is incredibly strong, incredibly agile and nimble, and she eats them, because all demons have these sort of like core or smaller entities within them that you can cut off and cut out and pull out, and then she eats them. And I thought that was really kind of interesting. And so that's one of the reasons why I like Justin Jordan's stuff, is because he can take something very rote or mundane, because that has been done before. Like you have seen series in which science is crazy science or weird science has messed up, and did something off the chain, and now we have to live in the world that it is that has to deal with this. And I think it's a really good writer that can take that small nugget of a universal sort of story mechanic, and then really, really like draw it out and to more interesting stuff. Perfect example. There's this squad that is fighting off demons, and then she's introduced to them, and she has this really kind of bubbly, interesting personality. She's kind of reminds me of like Animal from the Muppets, but not as, only because she's kind of like, this is going to be interesting. I'm gonna it's a new sensation, because she's kind of like been living in a laboratory for her whole life. This is kind of one of her first times being out, and she meets the humans, and the humans, of course, are skeptical because she's like this weird demon hybrid. And there's blood on the floor. It's kind of graphic, but it's only really because of the monsters that you're seeing. And I think the monster designs are really kind of cool too. That's one of them on the cover. But the head guy gets sucked away into they're fighting in a apartment building, and he gets sucked up through the floor through this blood stuff. And I thought, it's interesting. And so she runs up and tries to save him, but but you notice he's been like either he's been he's going to be sacrificed or something because his vest is gone, but he has all of these like runic tattoos or something on him, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what's that about? What's this about? So when an artist or a writer can pepper in these little things in the panel that make you think, oh, what's going on with that? Like, is this like a special like spell squad, or I don't know. It left me with a lot more questions that made me want to read more about it. And of course, he's like this hard ass. It's like, I don't trust anybody, And there's this one guy who's just like, oh, she's going to be helping us. And then there's the lead scientist. It's like, she's on your team now. And so there's going to be this weird sort of like weird team dynamics that are happening and whatnot. But yeah, yes, Kelly, it sounds like a new take on Hellboy, but the world is kind of, crapped out. So I don't know. That's exactly what I was getting from it a little bit is a Hellboy-esque kind of situation, but I really liked it. I thought it was a very interesting start. And again, I feel like Joshua Williamson, whenever he does a book, I pick it up and I read it, and I want to see what is he trying to tell with this story. Is this something that really kind of like clicks with me that I can actually continue with, or will it be better as a complete story that I can read and sit down and read. But yeah, he's one of my favorite writers, and I really enjoyed this number one. How was your take, Rich?
This was my favorite panel.
Oh yeah.
The art, like the fact that it's great. I loved it. And it's funny because when I started reading this, I read the last like 5 pages first, and I was like, what the hell? So then I went back and started it from the beginning, and then those last 5 pages were like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. I do like this. It's not, an original idea, but what he is doing with it in the whole the breeding of the creature, and then guess what? This is your new teammate. Yay. Great. Yeah. And I can't wait to see the next issue, especially the very end. And she's like, this was fun.
Yeah, like, she's in a straitjacket.
Her person in a straitjacket, yes. Her personality is fun and bubbly, yet she's a murder machine, and that's always fun to read about.
Oh, when the monster was kind of pulling her apart, and she's like, and it was like, we have to shoot it. And he's like, please shoot it, or it's like, please shoot it. But we're gonna hit you. Okay, it's okay. Like, it's just like I really liked her personality and what was going on. Or she doesn't know like right or wrong. And I know I have a feeling that her and the old guy, the squad leader, something's gonna happen between the two of them. I feel it, but I just wanted to know more about these characters. What's going on.
Yeah. So go out to your comic book store and get this. Malevolent from Image Comics. Writer is Justin Jordan. You try this number one.
Yeah.
If you like how we talked about it, go check it out. Because, this is getting added. It's probably going to be like 6 or 7 issues. I don't think it's an ongoing.
Oh, no. I don't ever think Justin Jordan does many ongoings anymore. Which is fine. Sometimes I think it's fine to do that. I think it's fine to go in there. Like I kind of think of it as like, Spanish novellas. You get in there, you tell like a season of stories, and then you get out, and you can come in and do something else. I think that's really a really good way to do it. You're going to say something, Kyle?
They've solicited 6. He has ideas for another volume.
Oh, good.
But it's dependent on how this volume does.
Yeah.
All right. So that means y'all got to go buy this.
Yes, definitely go out and support it. I think it's great, and I really think that you'll like it. So, alrighty. Next up is Absolute Wonder Woman number 16. Not the first appearance, but it is. We get to see the reveal of Absolute Zatanna.
Right, and yes. Okay, so Kelly Thompson was the writer. Hayden Sherman did the art. Jordi Belair did the coloring, and Becca Carey did the lettering. And that cover was by Hayden Sherman and Jordi Belair, and then there was Derek Chu, Gilliam March, and Angela Wu did the variants. I could not decide which I wanted because they were all great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you get, spoiler alert, this is the very first appearance of the Absolute Suicide Squad. And
I was
kind of like, what?
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't either. And this is what's fun about this Absolute universe. Things are being used so completely different, but very smartly done. Last week, was it last week or the week before, we talked about Superman and how it's weird that Raj was a Superman villain.
It was last week.
It was last week. And then in this, the whole thing is, Suicide Squad, not started by Amanda Waller. This is by Kale. What's her name? I just blanked on her first name. Veronica.
Blonde. The blonde,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
The blonde. The interesting thing about this is Hayden Sherman's redesigns for her villains, gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I love this. So we get Cheetah, but it's weird because Barbara is her friend.
Yep. So I don't know if it's a lycanthropy type thing, like a werewolf type thing, or she's going to become the new Cheetah or something like this, because I don't think
that's what I'm wondering. So does something happen? I love it.
I think a lot of these characters are going to die. Like I think between the battle between Wonder Woman and Zatanna, Wonder Woman is going to be killing fools. Like we've already established that she will kill people. So I think that a lot of these Suicide Squad characters, this is just the first salvo of things that I can't remember her name, the blonde woman's going to throw at Wonder Woman, because she has identified her as enemy number one. So
they can all just be remade.
Yep.
Yeah. So the Parasite was the fish girl. Interesting again that we're using a Superman villain by name, at least, over in Wonder Woman,
which is great. Yeah, which is great. I think it's fantastic, because now we get like no one is. That's what I love about it. And I think people were shocked when they saw Ra's al Ghul versus Superman. And now we have like Parasite and Wonder Woman. It's like, yeah, like everything can be rewritten and redone, and you get to see.
Hey, Michael, welcome in.
Yes, welcome in, Michael. You get to see like this reimagining. I don't know. I loved Zatanna's redesign. I love how she looks now. So cool. She keeps calling her, I think she's calling her babe or honey or something. Cutie. Calling her cutie. And I'm like, yes. And this Wonder Woman is so imposing, because you see the picture when she's at the gala, and she is literally, she's like 9 feet tall. Like she's huge compared to everybody else. It was just the size comparison, and how she is just was great. And the whole thing when Steve Trevor was talking about what happened, that whole scene was fantastic. When he was talking about like, how Wonder Woman is for justice, and if anyone is against Wonder Woman, they are against justice. That whole speech, just this book is perfection right now. Like seriously, like this book is a runner-up for like my top pick of the week. Seriously, it was that.
I agree. Good. So I also want to give a shout out to Absolute Batman that was released this week as well, number 16. And it's the other meeting of Bruce and Diana, in that, if you remember in the first one, she gives him the coin and says, just I'll come to you. Well, he calls her up, and like they say on the cover, go to hell. And it's not him saying go to hell, it's can we go to hell? And in this, yes, she's definitely taller than Bruce, which is what you just said. She is super imposing, and I love it.
Yeah.
So the absolute line is absolutely amazing. Absolute Flash came out this week as well. I mean, we could sit and do a whole show on the absolute universe and why it's so good and how disappointing it is Marvel is ending their absolute or ultimate world. And do you think
did you take it far enough?
What's up, Kyle?
Did you guys see the announcement this week?
Of what?
No, let us know.
Ultimates come back in May.
Oh, yes.
What's happening? Sorry.
The Ultimates are returning in May.
In May.
Oh, you don't say.
Well, I was about to say, did you see the top books for 2025? Like the top 10 books, Marvel had one slot, and that was the crossover book with DC.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Deadpool. Otherwise, they had nothing until Spider-Man and Ultimate Wolverine #1 of all things. There were no X books anywhere in the top 50.
This is my surprise face when Kyle said that they're coming back.
So there's a thing I know that I have been told, but I've also had to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Ooh,
that will make it all make sense. I promise.
Cool. Okay, cool.
I have a PowerPoint on my computer right now that I just want to show everybody, but I can't.
Okay, no, it's fine. Like I, if anything, I am a very patient person, so like it's fine if it makes sense. Great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't know. It's like the one thing that's aside from us revolving around the sun, Marvel and DC will reuse certain things. So it's like a circle. So when they say
the DC news I have.
Oh, you have DC news too?
Yeah, like it hurts my soul right now to keep the secrets I have to keep for the next 4 weeks.
Well,
wow.
You can just tell us on the hush hush. Just kidding, don't do that. I don't want you to be blackballed or something.
Yeah,
like
the mouse is litigious.
Oh yeah, don't do that. But yes, back to Absolute Wonder Woman. This book is great. If you have not read it, this is a great jumping on point. I think this issue really sets the tone of the book, and it really sets her out, because the main thing that happens is Zatanna basically takes her magic away. And so now we have to see how Wonder Woman is without the advantage of her magic. So I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of ass kicking in this book. So that's why I'm really super excited to see her dismantle this version of the Suicide Squad, because I mean, I honestly believe that she's going to start whooping ass, and I cannot wait for the next issue. And I really want to learn more about Zatanna. I don't know if you know this, but Zatanna is one of my favorite characters. Like I love magic-based characters just because I just love them. But she is one of my favorite, aside from like Dr. Fate. So
yeah.
All righty. So you ready for a commercial? Can you do a commercial, Kyle? We good? Ready?
Sure.
Okay, let's do a commercial, and when we get back, we will finish it off with another of my favorite comic books this week. And I'll give you a little hint. It's not the first one.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience. FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to.
So that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience. Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's SketchUp with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world has kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on the
And
shadow.
Sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
SketchUp with Mog and Mel. Thursday nights. Part of the experience.
Hey everyone, welcome back. You are watching the Geek Chat on the Experience. I am Beardy Rich.
And I am Black Burrito Beardy Dez. Black Bean Burrito Dez. My burrito, I still got it. My burrito blanket. All righty. So before we get on, let's answer a couple of questions that was asked in the chat.
Get her.
Danny asked, did you love Justice League Dark? I did. And I think Rich did too. I think it was one of the best of the Justice Leagues, that when they did that 3 split where they had like the magic version and then the extreme version and then the regular version. I really liked Wonder Woman leading magic based characters, because I think people often forget that she is a magical based character herself.
Right.
So,
I just want to go back and say to Leonard, Acts of Vengeance, the idea that the different heroes fighting different villains, that is one thing that makes the Absolute line a lot of fun, is you just don't know who's going to show up in what book or what's going to happen. Like, we still don't know what Deathstroke, what he is going to be like, and how they're going to twist him from the Slade Wilson regular DC universe into whatever they're going to do. And Kelly, it's a great example of what makes the Absolute run so much fun. It is just fun. What are you doing?
yes, Kyle, the geeks say, come to the dark side. We have comics.
I have as many comics as anybody I know. You're not going to tempt me with comics.
Something more than that. So, but glad you're here, Kyle, because we wanted you to let us know what else is coming up on the experience, buddy.
So up next, we have SketchUp with Mel and Mog. They have a couple of great creators on who have crowdfunding running right now, but they're also going to be a regular on their show. Just launched a GoFundMe because they're dealing with some sepsis issues and some health issues. So we'll be trying to raise some money for that guy on the show. Then tomorrow at 1:00 Eastern, then subtract 3 for whatever time it is on the other side of the country. That's 10. We have Order Up with Matthias and I, and Matthias is in freaking Canada, but we are going to have the team, both Fred Van Lente, Greg Pak, and Nate Crosby, the editor, from Marvel's Villains Gaston. No one orders up like Gaston, and I don't even think he can read. But Marvel's Villains Gaston is on FOC on Monday. Then Nick is doing another killer art show. Like, they posted the art this afternoon, and it is just incredible stuff that he's got. And tomorrow night at 9 is Nancy McCann from Friday Night Live from Comics Unlimited. She will be doing a live request show plus vintage and other things. Then Sunday night at 8, the show that I promised everybody would happen yesterday, but then I didn't feel good, so we canceled, and we're moving it to Sunday. Jay and I are fantasy casting. We're recasting all of the villains for the DC universe. So I don't care if somebody's already signed on to play somebody, we're recasting them.
Wow.
So, just because we haven't done a fantasy casting in a while, and people seem to like when we do that. And then next week we'll return to live sales because I will have comics that'll be ready to sell. Then Monday night we're back with the same old, our normal schedule. When I say same old, I mean everything you're used to, like comic collectibles with Rex and the Best Coast Comics with Bronze and Big B. And maybe I'll jump on again on Monday night. We'll see. But then Tuesday night or Tuesday afternoon, we have Comic Industry Insiders Live. Then we have Minute to Skim It, tomorrow's Comics Tuesday, and Kicking It with Henri.
Cool. So as you can see, we have a huge lineup of fantastic programming on the experience. So definitely tune in every day because you'll definitely probably see Kyle and someone else rocking it with him. So definitely tune in because we do it all for y'all. So, it is a community and we're trying to build a community. So that's why it's very important for you to like, share, subscribe, become a member if you're on YouTube, because we really want to continue to grow this. Rich and I want to give you a quick thank you because you all have been setting record numbers for this show, and we really appreciate that. We just really want this to grow, and we want to share these numbers with the rest of our experience family. So definitely keep spreading the love, keep going out there, and because we definitely love this community and we want to continue to do this. And one of the ways we show that we love you all is to give away a free variant cover. Free variant comic book cover. So yes, and this is our cover that we're giving away this week, Iron Man #1. We talked about it earlier. And Rich will give you who it's by.
It is a 1 in 25 from Ivan Talavera, the Melinda May Virgin variant.
So yeah, so all you have to do to get that is to put in the comment section wherever you're watching hashtag Geek Chat, and at the end of the show, we will pull a winner. Do note that you cannot, if you've already won in the last 30 days, you can't win again. We want to kind of spread the love to everybody, but we definitely want you to put in that hashtag because we want to give this away.
So Desrito, I like Desrito.
You think so?
Danny says that you make a very handsome burrito.
Well, thank you very much. And I have to tell you now, I'm not very spicy. So I'm not very spicy. So
hey, SF. Okay, I just want to say real quick, one of the books, my pick for this week, is this week's G.I. Joe. It is number 18, and it introduces Roadblock to the readers. Whoops. So this was a great book. We can go back to small.
He's like too close.
Too close. It's such a fun book, and the twins, of course, go to him, and they're like, "We want you as the face," and he's like, "No, I've been telling you no." So they try to go up against Roadblock with a bunch of Crimson troopers, and it. Roadblock in this is even more imposing than he was on the cartoon, and great addition to the team. And then you learn that Destro is really trying to go behind Cobra Commander, and Cobra Commander's in on all of it. So yeah, it's been a fun book, and it read it if you like G.I. Joe Transformers. That unfortunately we didn't review it, but that would have been my pick of the week behind Wonder Woman, because Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Batman were just amazing.
Yeah. Alrighty, so the next book up that we're going to be reviewing is Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. Wow, they still do annuals. That's amazing. Super excited.
Yeah, so I don't have this. I was gonna read your copy, but you showed up before I got out of work, so I couldn't read your copy. But luckily a friend of ours had it, so I read it before he picked up today. And I didn't need to buy this. I don't think anyone needs to buy this book. So that's my review of Amazing Spider-Man Annual. I have more thoughts, but what did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty interesting. Like I thought the artwork was great. I will say this. Marvel has, they know their talent and they know where to put their people for most of the time. I thought the artwork was great. I thought the character you have to really like the character. What was his name? No, it was Rapid. So he is he's a time manipulator. He can slow down time. So if you ever watch like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you well know he can basically stop time or slow time for a certain amount of time. And it's more of a story about following up on him, because if you've been reading the stories if you've been reading Amazing Spider-Man, the series, then you'll know where he comes from and what's going on with him. They give a little recap about it, but this is his sort of like, come to terms with being a hero and helping out people, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I would have to agree with Rich. This is one of those things that if you have disposable income and you like Spider-Man, well, then of course, you're going to read it. I'm a Spider-Man fan. He is my favorite character. So of course I'm gonna read it. And I thought the guy, while his look is generic and his powers don't really, like, his powers have been done before, but I thought it was fine. Like it wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was definitely like, it
wasn't good.
No, it wasn't. I thought it was fine. Like, I thought it was fine. I thought, the character that they had, the rabbit, doing the things and I can't remember her name. That's the thing. Like, she was not really in it. She was having them do trial, and they did this before a couple of years ago in an annual. So I think this is they're coming back from that, because in another annual, I want to say 2 years ago, she came in and made Spider-Man do a whole bunch of things on that's her brand, I guess, online, and was trying to get views and clicks and stuff like that. So the premise of the story is something that we've seen before, but having like this new hero step up and like choose to, like, I'm going to be a hero, and it's not hard, and it's hard to balance life, and Spider-Man giving him a pep talk was like, okay, we get a new hero, yay. And that's
round guy.
Pretty much it. I mean, that was the book. Like, it's a book. I don't know.
It was a book. So
if you like Spider-Man, you probably will enjoy it. If you don't like Spider-Man, then save your money. It's these annuals are fluff. Like, they're extra fluff. Did we need this story? Probably not. But if you wanted to read more about this character, well, then there you go. Enjoy.
So, here's my whole thing. I think one of the reasons I'm drawn to DC more at this time period right now is because DC, while giving us the kids are all fight, that had new kids in it, okay? But it also had Batgirl's been around for decades. John is within the last decade, probably. I get it. You want a good mix of old and new characters. You want new readers, but you still want to keep the older readers. And
yes.
For me, I didn't care about anyone in this annual. You just keep introducing new characters. And I think Marvel's new motto is, let's introduce people and, see what sticks. They're at a see what sticks phase.
Mm-hmm.
Every X book now has new characters.
Yeah.
You pick up this
Terrible.
Had all new characters. That is another thing why Iron Man was so nice, is because we got Blizzard for one, and then we got MetaMask and AIM. So you can create new stories using older characters. That's kind of where I was with this Amazing Spider-Man. I remember when Rapid's first appearance, because Marvel tried to hype the retailers into over-ordering his first appearance by saying, oh, it's going to be a first appearance, and then it showed up being him, and I'm looked at Cougar, I'm like, I'm glad we didn't play that little game, because if you were playing the game with the absolute line, you're making money right now, because those back issues are fire. They're some money.
Mm-hmm.
But Rapid's first appearance is worth probably less than the book was sold for. So I reading this, I was flipping the pages by the end of it. I'm like, I just don't care. But the backup story, now let me tell you something. The backup story with Hobgoblin and who is this new Smythe? with the flashy outfit. Like, that's not the Smythe that we grew up with.
No,
Like, who was that?
I'm kind of tired of Hobgoblin, though, to be completely honest with you. I'm kind of tired of him. But
I haven't read Spider-Man in a while, so if he's appeared in it, I don't know. So for me, it was fun to see an old character, at least. Don't know what he's up to, don't really care. But yes, I'll just, this to me was another reason why mainstream comic readers don't like annuals. It had nothing to do to forward any story. Where are you going?
oh, they wanted to see the burrito, so it's a
Oh. So Hydra, Jay, he's not a speedster at all.
No, he's not.
He's not a speedster. And the cover makes it look like he's running. Another
Thawne. He's like Thawne. He's like Reverse Flash, in that he stops time as he's running. So
yeah, wrong guy. No backstory. They just throw characters in.
I mean, he had a little bit of a backstory. His father was working on something to stop time, and it exploded, and he got his powers. Oh, sorry, it was Electro. Sorry, fighting Electro. And Electro, there was an explosion with Electro, and then that caused him to have powers. And this is just a continuation of that story, quote unquote. But
yeah,
again,
all right, next up,
hear about it.
Next, DCKO tie-in Superman number 34. Joshua Williamson, once again, writer. The artist, Eddie Barrows and Eber Ferreira. Colorist is Alejandro Sanchez. The letter is Ariana Mayar. And Dan Mora did that cover. I'm going to be honest. I love Dan Mora. I would have preferred an Eddie Barrows cover. So here's the thing. Jay got a print, and I knew exactly who the artist was when he showed us. And the very first page of this with this Superman reminds me why I love Eddie Barrows art. Eddie Barrows has been a DC staple for a while, for years. And when I opened this book up and I turned the page, I was like, damn, he can draw Superman. He knows how to draw Superman. And I love it.
Was fantastic in this book.
Yeah, both artists. Surprisingly, you could see the shift in the art, but it wasn't jarring at all.
It wasn't
at all. And the fact that Joshua Williamson wrote 3 different story plots in this one book, because it keeps the different storylines running from not only the Superman book, but the DCKO stuff that's going on. The 2-page spread of the Legion, you must have lost it. I mean, Eddie did an amazing, the costumes. This is the Legion that you and I love. And I cannot wait. I would love Eddie Barrows on the Legion book. I think that would be gorgeous. Gorgeous. And the fact that Superboy Prime is stepping up. Yes.
That seriously, the character assassination that was Superboy Prime, which was needed at the time. They needed a big bad. It became him. It was great. But to finally see him be in his redemption era, I was like, yes, that's my boy. When he came back and he was holding that final page where he was holding Sunboy's neck by the neck, and he was like, it's prime time. I was like, yes, this was my see. The reason why I love this so much so is because it's hilarious that this hardly features Superman, and it is about his extended family, and they are just as like interesting to me. This robot that's going around, Superboy Prime finally getting his redemption, Lois, a Superwoman, like all this stuff, and then them being chased by the Omega Legion. They will always be the Omega Legion. Like Darkseid Legion, no, the Omega Legion, that's what they're gonna be, and that's what I'm always gonna call them. Fantastic. The way they looked, seeing all the evil Legion, and then that spreadsheet, the spread with him, and they're talking about how they hated how they were idolized, and like now it's not like this. And then and even the thing between Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl, where they were like, we can't show our love. Even that was kind of cool. And then just that last scene of Superboy being like, he's about to cook, and I'm like, yes, bring me the feast, bring it to me. I cannot wait for the next issue. Seriously,
Yes,
this was. I was so hyped. I was so hyped.
My panel for this is the Royal Flush Gang.
Yes,
I've always loved the Royal Flush Gang all the way back from, I don't remember the number, but it was a Justice League of America book, and it was I think George Perez drew the cover, and it's the House of Cards. I'll see if I can get the cover to show everyone next week, but I've always had a thing for the Royal Flush Gang, and this is not. This is going back where Ace is the Giant, 10 is like it. Yes, this book. Yes, DC had a great week in comics, guys.
Fantastic week.
DC hit it. I mean, Marvel only gave us like 7 books, but DC really hit it.
Yeah, DC. We were feasting over at DC, and I'm here for it. I just have to say, like, I am ready to see Superboy Prime wreck shop on the Omega Legion, and I just know, and I know this is. And I know if you've watched this a long time, you know that I'm a Legion of Superheroes like stan. Like I really like them, and I really like this version of them as well. So I know that they're not gonna kill them all. He's probably going to like wreck shop, and they're gonna have to force a retreat or something, or what's gonna happen. But I do hope that we get the new Legion that's coming out. There's supposed to be a new one coming up. We get that new Legion, and we get a new Legion in the proper DC, and we get an Absolute Legion, and we get to see more of these characters as well, and then possibly like a crossover between the two, or some kind of like Legion war situation in which we have the Legions fight each other or something, because I think that you just don't throw out a line between Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl about talking about their love and not want to explore that more. Like I can't imagine that happening. So I really want to, like, they're evil, but I've actually kind of grown to like really like love the Omega Legion, and I'm like okay, but I mean they're still a pale comparison to the original one. So
Joshua Williamson is going to be writing the Legion of Superheroes. So I think it's going to be in good hands. We just got to find out who the artist is.
Oh my God. If it's the artist from All Kids Fight, then I'll be like, hey, let's go. Or if it's Eddie Burrows, let's go. Like that's the thing. You can't put no half-ass artist on a Legion book, because you got to have like a superstar artist on it, and you got to be able to make them shine. Seriously, because you can't do them dirty like that. So, but that's it, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the show. We're about to give a comic book away. So if you have not put in the chat hashtag Geek Chat, now is the time. You got less than a minute. If you haven't done it already, we really want to give this comic away, because as always, if we do not give it away, it goes into Rich's greedy little hands, and God knows what he's going to do with it if that happens. So again, hashtag Geek Chat, put it in there. Again, anywhere you're watching, you can put it in, and we can definitely do that, because we really want to give you guys some stuff. Really appreciate that,
we've
Michael.
been waiting for this long.
Yeah. So, alrighty, Kyle, if you want to put it up, we can go ahead and get to it, because we gotta get out of here. I got Southern country food waiting for me. So, alrighty, folks, look at those names go. Yes, hit like, share, subscribe, let us know, become a member, all that good stuff.
Oh,
Leonard. Leonard. You won.
Congratulations, Leonard. Thank you for coming in and watching and commenting. Thanks to everyone who watched us. Comments.
In the comment section, please
It's there.
fill that out if you haven't already, and we'll be getting out. We have not forgot about the others. We will be sending them out. We just got a little bit backlogged with other stuff, so check your mails. They will be coming to you. And again, thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. Rich, you got anything else?
Yes. Next week, we will be reviewing Storm #1 and Magic and Colossus #1.
Oh wow!
I got them yesterday, so I've read them,
Okay.
and that's it.
And that is it. So as always, the guy in the sky is producer Kyle, or Mud Chop Kyle, we call him. And I'm Dez.
I'm Rich. We will see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks.